Baron, first of all, just put into words, I'm sure this is a dream come true, but you, my friend, are headed to the NFL.
Yeah, it's definitely crazy. The whole process, like even before I got the call, I think I was staying pretty mellow, and then just kind of once I got the call, and the more it kind of started to sink in, it just I couldn't do nothing but keep saying, "Wow, this crazy! Like this is crazy," because it's something you dream of, and then actually get that phone call and be in that position is just it's surreal.
Take us through the whole process. What's it been like? Obviously, you get you deal with the NFL. They ask you a zillion questions. They poke you. They prod you. They do physicals. They want to see you work out, and then it all leads up to draft day, and then you have to sit and wait and wait and wait. What was that whole process like?
Yeah, that's pretty interesting because I mean, just from training for a pro day, it's kind of like a different type of training because it's almost like you train like a track athlete, as far as the way you have to run and the mechanics to run the fastest 40 you can, and then to go from that and doing all, like you said, the physicals, the medical checks and everything, all the Zoom interviews, and kind of getting asked the same repetitive questions over and over. But it's a process you have to do because you want to get drafted. So it was very, very long process, but I mean, it was all worth it. I wouldn't, if I could go through it again, I would.
Go in the third round, last pick of the third round. Were you getting anxious at all as you kept sitting there waiting? I know you wanted to hear your name called earlier.
I think, I started to get a little bit. I think my mom was more anxious more than anything, so she was on the side of me. But I had one of my close friends there, Jeff Okuda, so he just sent me a text and just reminded me to control what I control. So I mean, I stayed pretty calm and mellow the whole time. So I was grateful for the phone call.
Well, all you want is a chance, and now you got your chance. Yeah. And I'll tell you, Baron, you read about what they're saying about you out of Denver. It sounds pretty exciting. You are an outstanding linebacker, but you're a linebacker you're a cover linebacker, which is what the NFL is looking for. How do you think you'll meld in there? And do you think you can go in and you'll do anything right to get on the field?
Oh, absolutely. I'll play wherever they want me to play. I'm just going to go in and just go in with a chip on my shoulder and just get ready to compete and earn a spot, whether that's on defense, special teams, wherever, like I said before, wherever the team needs me to play. I feel like I'm a very selfless player, and I'm just ready to get there and be around the culture.
Denver's a team that's got a storied past. What do you know about them, and you're excited to be a Bronco?
I don't know too much about them. I never really had like a favorite NFL team, so I'm not gonna sit here and try to just rumble something out of my mind because I don't. Like I mentioned before, the only thing that really sticks out to me is Darren Williams, someone from my hometown who's drafted by them. But other than that, I'm looking forward to learning more about them.
Obviously now it starts. This is a job. You're going to get paid to do it. How does that change your mentality, you think? You're no longer a college kid.
Yeah, I just have to, realize the business side of it. But at the end of the day, I mean, it's still football, and it's still the sport I love. So I'm going to just continue to do what I do as far as the way I approach my routine and give it all of my love.
How about the fact of what you went through this year? I've said that going through this will make us stronger, dealing with the pandemic. At one point, you guys weren't even going to have a football season. What do you think your takeaways? What did you learn this past year, the adversity you guys had to face?
As far as the team, just how we had to stick together. I mean, we were losing guys who were testing positive, just it's how it just goes around. It was up in the air and just guys were catching. So we just had to stay together as a team and just kind of make sure guys weren't getting down or, focus on things we couldn't control. I feel like as a team, we did a great job just focusing on what we could control and just making the most of every opportunity we had and every player on the team understanding, you have to be ready because, we might lose a guy and you just have to be ready to step in at another spot that you may never play before. So I think we did a great job of just standing together as a brotherhood at Ohio State. And just as far as myself personally, just kind of going through that whole quarantine process, it was just very interesting because, you know how to, I don't think I ever had that much time by myself before being away. So I feel like I just kind of got to know myself better and just, focus on things I think I needed to prove in. And it just I think it also gave me a chance to see what it would be like as an NFL player, how NFL players are responsible for their own off season. It kind of been the beginning of the year, we weren't able to really work out at the Woody Hayes Athletic Center. So I had to kind of be in charge of my own training and holding myself accountable. So it was just a very interesting process that I was kind of grateful for.
Do you think it'll give you a better appreciation of the fans? Because, one of the great things about playing at Ohio State was the 100,000 plus in there. And I got to be honest with you, I have been out to Denver games. That's one of the craziest. I mean, it is. If you're not going to believe how loud that place is when it's filled. But do you have a more of an appreciation, I guess, for the fans now that you didn't have them?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think at times we kind of struggled as a team just because we didn't have the fans kind of not coming out at halftime. You just looking around like the stadium's empty. You're ready to go home. So I definitely have a big appreciation for the fans, and it meant the world just to kind of go back to Ohio State for the spring game and just to see Buckeye Nation. And even though it still wasn't completely packed, just to have somewhat of fans there, it was just a grateful experience. So I definitely have a big appreciation for fans and the energy they bring.
You're a Denver Bronco now, but you're always going to be a Buckeye.
Oh, yeah.
And you had to learn to become a Buckeye. You came in from Texas. Just what's your message, I guess, to Buckeye Nation? Because I know you enjoyed your time at Ohio State, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I definitely did. If I could do it all over again, I would. I think if I had a message to Buckeye Nation, I would just say thank you for everything you've done for me, for us providing energy for us as a team, and just all the way. I feel like Buckeye Nation, they don't sugarcoat anything. If you're not playing good, they'll let you know. So I just always appreciate Buckeye Nation for being genuine and being themselves. And I'm grateful for my experience as a Buckeye.
Baron, you said you're going into Denver with a chip on your shoulder. You'll do whatever you have to do to get on the field. I mean, do you feel like you can play early on?
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely feel like that. I'm a competitive guy, and I'm looking forward to competing and earning the spot.
Last thing, just how much is your head spinning right now, my man?
You said what?
Has it sunk in? Has it sunk in? You're in the NFL.
Like I said, it really sunk in the other night. Kind of the more time it was after I got that phone call, it kind of started to hit me. And I just, like I said, I couldn't do nothing. Keep saying like, "Wow, that's crazy," and just being able to share that moment with my family, close friends. It was no better way I would bring in that moment.
What are you going to miss the most about Ohio State?
Oh man, I'm just gonna miss the brotherhood. To be honest, just being in the locker room with my teammates, messing around with my coaches, from our head coach, Coach Day, to our head strength coach, Coach May, to my position coaches, Al Washington and Coach Madison. I'm just gonna miss everything about Ohio State, especially Buckeye Nation, and most importantly, the shoe. There's no better feeling than playing in the shoe. It's a special place. I'm definitely miss playing in it.